So this is the final video in our three-part series on how to vet out a ThemeForest template. In the past two videos, we've talked about the design and the template in terms of what to look out for. And in this video, we are going to talk about the company, what to look for in terms of the company or developer that created the template at hand that we're looking at. So let's get started. So in the last video, we analyzed this particular template, and we're kind of on the fence because it's only got 7 sales and only 17 comments. So it tells me that this is a very new product, a very new template, and there's not a lot of activity going on. I can confirm that it was released in the same month, last week. No, a couple days ago, 3 days actually. And we need to investigate a little bit further because we definitely don't want to be a guinea pig in terms of, oh, is this template, we definitely don't want to be a guinea pig. We don't know if this template's good quality. We don't know if we're going to buy something that is no longer going to be supported because the company decides to go, I don't know, belly up the next day, or this is the company's first template that they've created and they're just trying to get the foot in the door. We don't know. So we need to vet out the actual company itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at CMS Masters, which is the company that created this particular template. So let's take a look. So the first thing I look for when I'm vetting out a company when I'm interested in a particular template is that, okay, when were they last, when did they sign up? When did they first became a member? That doesn't necessarily mean that was when they first released a template, but it does give me a metrics that, oh, these guys have been here for a while, for 8 years now. So that's definitely a good sign for me that they're not a fly-by-night operation, that these guys have most likely have experience. But we'll figure out pretty soon when their first template came out, or at least their first template come out. Because just because they started in 2010 doesn't necessarily mean that they've released templates in 2010. And it's also possible that they may have released some during that time, but have decided to drop them during that time. So we'll find out pretty shortly. But furthermore, some other metrics that are important as well. We know they sell a lot, so that's definitely a good sign, meaning that this is maybe most likely their full-time job, which is always a good sign because then you know that they're in it for the long haul, that they have a lot of skin in the game in terms of offering really good support as well as good products or good templates. If the template's not that high or the sales is not that high, then that's a bit concerning because then you don't know if they're in it for the long haul. You don't know because they don't have a lot of skin in the game. So I typically would like high sales volume in terms of their overall portfolio. It's definitely good. The ratings, just like the rating metrics is the same as the template rating metrics, where I look at both the star ratings as well as the number of ratings. So again, just because you have 5 stars and 1 ratings doesn't necessarily mean that you're a 5-star quality author. Same thing with a 1-star rating, but there's only 1 rating for it. Yeah, it's not means that you're terrible either. So so let's go down the line, and I typically kind of quickly glance through what they write here, just kind of see what the pitch is all about. I noticed that they have 84 themes, so definitely a company or a person that is most likely very vested in selling templates. So that's a good sign. And then I'll also look at their social media profiles to see what kind of other data I can gather from them. So I'll typically will just look at the Facebook one. And a high number of followers are definitely good. it's just another metrics point. The more the better. If there's not a lot, it's definitely not a deal breaker. It's not high on my list of things to look out for, but it's just another data point where it's a positive thing. So definitely consider that. The key thing that I like to do, where I take it to the next step, is that I will look at their portfolio. We know that they have 84 different templates. And what I like to do is I like to sort it by ascending. Ascending, I think that's right. Meaning I want to look at their earliest template. So this one appears to be their earliest template. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And let's scroll down where I'm focusing on the right hand side. And this one looks like it's created in 2013. So this is what I look for when I'm vetting out a company. So I want to see what their earliest supported, I guess, template, because they could have created some more. Because again, they signed up in 2010. The earliest template I can find from them is 2013. So they either didn't create anything for 3 years, or they created some earlier but decided to drop support for them, and that's fine. But what's encouraging though is that they created one in 2013 and they're still supporting it now. So, well, actually no, they stopped supporting it since last year. But what I can gather from it is that they maintained it for 3 years, meaning that at least they have history. At least I could glean from it that they at least support their templates for 3 years. So if I was gonna purchase that nonprofit template, more likely than not, 3 years they'll support that one. So it's not like they're gonna like drop support like a year later. But taking this metric as well as all the other metrics that we looked at, their overall sales, how many stars they have in conjunction with the number of ratings of those stars, in conjunction with how long they've been on as a provider, that definitely gives me a lot more, I guess, a lot stronger feel for them. That yeah, even though the nonprofit only had 7 sales, and let's go back to that one to kind of look at what the metrics was. Even though there's only 7 sales and it's created very recent, I'm okay with that. I'm okay to purchase this template because I know that the author has created other templates. They're kind of been around for a while and they sell a lot. So like in the other one where it's been released in 2013, yeah, it's 1,642 sales. So I automatically can assume that this type of company knows how to support templates with high sales volume, has the support staff that could maintain that type of sales and support that type of volume. And let's take a look at their comments. Yeah, this hasn't been updated in a year ago, but just by looking at it, they do respond, and they do respond well. I mean, it does look thorough in terms of the response. So I'm okay. It's possible that this new nonprofit theme may have some kinks that need to be worked out because it has just been released. It is a 1.00, but I'm confident that this is an experienced vendor, that there probably maybe is not as many bugs and kinks to be worked out because they've got a lot of experience creating templates. I mean, they have 84 other ones and they've been around for so long. That just to kind of go back to the other video, just because the sales volume is not that high doesn't necessarily mean it's a no-go. We need to take it to the next step in terms of vetting out the company to see, okay, are they in it for the long haul and how experienced they are. So that's kind of it. So in this three-part series, we went through how to vet out a template through the design process, and then the template itself, and then the company. I hope you find this useful. Any feedbacks, please leave in the comment below. Thanks.